Now that you are in a deep trance, we are going to give you a trigger, or reinforce it if you already have it. The trigger phrase is "I will now play with their dog," followed by none, a little, or all. Once the trigger is used, you will experience the effects that are about to be described. Also, should something happen that makes the effects that are about to be described undesirable, they will instantly stop and you will return to your normal mental state. However, they will start all over again the instant it is reasonable and practical for them to. Now the effects will be described. First, when you use this trigger phrase, you will find that there is someone standing nearby, and that they have a dog with them. You immediately recognize this person as your owner. It makes you so happy that they are your alpha, their mere presence making you feel safe and happy. As you look at them, you hear them tell you to sit, and you find yourself sitting on your knees while you rest your weight on your arms, which stick straight up in front of you. You look at your owner and feel a short burst of euphoria as they call you a good dog. Maybe these feelings come naturally and comfortably to you, or maybe they are weird and unusual, but either way you can't help but embrace them as an obedient feeling comes over you. Your owner then starts to talk about their other dog, the one that they brought with them. As you listen, you look at their other dog. It looks big and strong, and you bet that it could run around for hours on end without getting tired. You can't help but think about how fun it would be to play with them, and as you do, you start to understand your owner's words less and less, just enjoying the wonderful sound of their voice. After a while they say your name, and you look at them, still sitting with your weight resting on your forelegs, or your arms as some might call them. Your owner tells you to stand, and you stand on all fours. It does occur to you that you would normally stand on two legs, but with your owner around it just feels so much more natural to be on your hands and knees. They then tell you to jump, and you lift your upper body up as much as you can, managing to rotate it a full 45 degrees upwards before gravity forces you to come back down. After that they tell you to speak, and you let out a bark, that being one of the few sounds you have any reason to make. The other three being howling, growling, and whimpering. You know that you could make other sounds, but why bother? Human language is so complex, and speaking like a dog just makes everything so nice and simple. It just makes you so much happier to only be able to understand praise and commands, as well as the occasional reprimand when it is needed. Your owner calls you a good dog once more, and once again you feel that quick rush of euphoria. They then tell you to sit again, and then to stay. After that, they pick up something that you hadn't noticed before. It's a beautiful looking dog collar with a bone-shaped dog tag on it that says "My beloved pet." As you stare at them, they slowly wrap it around your neck, and you feel a burst of joy as you hear the click of the two ends connecting. This joy will also be accompanied by an almost overwhelming sense of obedience and loyalty to your owner, as well as pride because they have allowed it to be made so clear that you belong to them. The collar is tight enough to prevent you from ever forgetting that you are wearing it, but not so tight that it is uncomfortable or restricts your breathing. Next, they start to pet both you and their other dog's head, and your mind starts to drift back to thoughts of how fun it would be to play with them. After a little while, they notice how you are looking at their other dog, and with a smile on their face your alpha whispers a simple command into your ear: play. You look at them, a questioning look on your face. You think you know what it means, but you aren't sure and want confirmation. Your alpha nods, and you feel your body start to play with your alpha's other dog, your mind so eager that it doesn't even wait for you to consciously notice their confirmation. Now, what happens will be affected by what you used in the trigger. If you used none, you will play with the other dog, but stay in the same spot as you do it. If you used a little, you'll move your whole body around a bit, but stay in the same general spot as you play with the other dog. If you used all, you will play with the dog in the entire space that you are in, whether that be a small room or an open field. Regardless of which you choose, you will keep playing until you are too tired or worn out to play anymore. When that happens, your mind will briefly return to normal, and you can decide if you want to stay in this dog headspace and take a bit of a break, going back to playing once your energy is back, or if you want your mind to stay as it normally is. As you play with your alpha's other dog, the other member of their pack, you feel a bond growing with them. It's like the kind of bond family members have, except it feels so much stronger and better. You know that you can trust them and that they have your back, just like you have theirs. You'll have so much fun playing with the other dog, chasing each other, wrestling, playing with any dog toys that your alpha brings, like a rope for tug-of-war or a ball for your alpha's two wonderful dogs to race after. You might growl and bark at your alpha's other dog a lot, but you all know that it is in good fun. Your alpha will even join in the fun occasionally, but most of the time they will just enjoy watching their dogs playing with each other, occasionally stepping in if one of you starts to get too rough. As you continue playing with your alpha's other dog, you will find that you can't help but think of yourself more and more as a dog, or perhaps as a puppy if that is your preference. Either way, it won't take long for you to only think of yourself as one or the other, feeling no shame or embarrassment for doing so. In fact, you will even start to feel pride in the fact that you aren't afraid to think of yourself this way, that pride and acceptance staying with you even when you are no longer in trance. Now, know that each effect of this hypnosis file will become inactive if that effect is a risk to your physical body or your well-being, if it is a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that it would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if it is a risk to your mental health. Also, any effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Additionally, you will never find this hypnosis file or the effects of it to be even slightly addicting. From now on, my words will no longer affect what happens when the trigger is used. Now, I want you to imagine yourself being with your alpha and their other dog in a large green field. It's a warm and sunny summer day and your owner brought some normal dog food and some human dog food, as well as toys for their dogs. There is also a stream that runs through the field that you can drink from if you are thirsty. Next, just imagine your owner giving you the commands that we talked about before, telling you to sit, then stand, then jump, then speak, then sit again, and then finally to stay. Feel yourself becoming so dog-like as you do, becoming oh so loyal and obedient. Now, feel them place the collar around your neck, and hear the click that signifies that it is firmly attached to you, your obedience and loyalty to your alpha and their pack growing as you do. Then, they give you that command to play, you look at them for confirmation, and when they give it you start chasing their other dog around. You can stay in this imagined world for as long as you want, eventually falling asleep in real life should you stay for long enough, returning to reality when your body wakes up. Now, go be a good dog and play with your owner's other dog, I know that you will love it. My part of this session is coming to a close, so I'll let your owner take charge of you now. Goodbye, my loyal and obedient friend.